Here we are going to discuss the different biasing of BJT. So already we have discussed fixed biasing and collector to base biasing. Here we are going to discuss the voltage divider biasing and emitter biasing. So once again recap. So why we can go for this biasing means because in order to maintain the Q point, that is at a stable position. If the Q point changes, what happened? So in order to compensate this, we can go for this biasing. Here voltage divider biasing and emitter biasing we are going to see. So what is the importance of this voltage divider means the resistor R1 and R2 act as a potential divider giving a fixed voltage to the point B. The red color shows B point shows the potential divider. If collector current increases due to the change in temperature or the current value or the change in beta DC, the emitter current IE also increases and the voltage drop across RE increases, thereby reducing the voltage difference between base and emitter VBE. So that is very important. If we know VBE decreases, automatically it is related to your base current IB and it also affects the collector current IC. So this reduction in collector current compensates for the changes in original change IC. So this is a voltage divider process. So for next we can move on to the DC analysis. Here first base circuit, simple base circuit. Here the voltage across R2 is a base voltage VB. So if you just see this, VB is applied to the base terminal. So your VB is equal to R2 of I divided by R1 into I plus IB plus R2 of I into VCC, which is VB is equal to R2 divided by R1 plus R2 into your applied voltage for I is far greater than IB. Next, if you go for the collector circuit, let us consider the collector circuit as shown in this figure. So voltage across RE of VE can be obtained as VE is equal to IE RE, which is equal to VB minus VE. So your emitter current is equal to VB minus VBE divided by RE, and apply KVL to the collector circuit. We have VCE is equal to VCC minus ICRC minus IERE. So after this we can go for the simplified voltage divider bias. For this we can replace R1 R2 by VT. So R1 R2 replaced by VT and RB. So your RB is equal to R1 R2 divided by R1 plus R2. What about your VT, a Thevenin voltage, which is equal to IB RB plus VBE plus IERE. So we have derived one equation called VBE is equal to VT minus IB of RB plus RE minus ICRE. So this is a voltage divider biasing DC analysis. Once we have designed the voltage divider, we can go for the stability, whether the given circuit is stable or not. For this we have taken this circuit diagram. So VT is equal to R2 divided by R1 plus R2 into your VCC, where R1 R2 are replaced by RB, which is a parallel combination of R1 and R2, we know. So R1 R2 divided by R1 plus R2, which is equal to RB. So apply KVL to the base circuit. We know this equation already. VT is equal to IB RB plus VBE plus IB RC into your RE. So differentiating this equation with and considering VBE to be independent of IC, we get del IB by del IC into RB plus that is a change in value. Okay, so from this find the del IB by del IC, which is equal to minus RE divided by RE plus RB. That is very important one. And if the condition is substitute this value in the stability factor, we have S is equal to 1 plus beta DC into 1 by 1 plus beta DC. So if a condition is if RB value divided by RB by RE less than 1, so your stability factor is equal to 1. So for this voltage divider, S is equal to 1. So it gives a very good stable condition. Very good stable condition. So the practically your RB by RE is not equal to 0. But to have a better stability, we have to keep the ratio RB by RE as small as possible. And important note, the stability factor S for this voltage divider or self bias is less as compared to the other biasing circuit studied. So far we have studied. So this circuit is most commonly used for the amplifier circuit. So to conclude, so this circuit is voltage divider in the base circuit. So advantage is, again we have discussed, as already told, Q point values are stable against the changes in the current gain value. And the disadvantage is it's having more number of components, that is on the base, but is one disadvantage. So some applications, it is mainly used in the linear amplifier. Once if you understand the voltage divider problem, we can go with one problem. Next, you can easily understand the voltage divider problem. Here for the given circuit, the gain value is equal to 100 and the VBE value is equal to 0.7. Calculate your VCE and IC. Why VCE and IC means? Because the Q point is depends upon your IC and the VCE value. So next, initially your VB is equal to R2 divided by R1 plus R2 into VCC. So we have 3.33 volt. So next, calculate the VB value, VE minus VBE, which is equal to 2.63. From this, emitter current is equal to 5.26 amps and IB is equal to IE divided by 1 plus beta DC. Beta is equal to 100, so 1 plus beta DC is equal to 101. So 52 microamps IB is equal to. From this, we can easily find the collector current. So IC is equal to 5.208. So we know KVL to the applied to the collector circuit. So VCE is equal to this equation. So finally we got the 2.16. So very simple problem. From this you can easily understand the voltage divider network. So how to calculate IC value, these are the simple things. So next we can another important technique called the emitter biasing, that is a self biasing technique. Here this circuit is taken, and the base circuit we have base terminal we have RB, and the emitter circuit we have RE value, and here the base current is equal, IB is equal to VEE minus 0.7 divided by RB into HFE plus 1 into RE. VCE is equal to this equation, and VCE is equal to, from this rewrite this equation. Here we have dual power supply, and if you take one problem, and based on this IB is equal to, based on this, first you find the IB value, that is you just VBE minus 0.7. Here VBE 12 volt minus 0.7, that is a base emitter voltage. VCC 12 volt divided by RB, so already given, and HF is 200 I think is given, plus 1. So if you take 37 microamps, so ICQ at collector current at operating point, which is equal to HFE into IB, here 7.49 milliamps, and VCU at operating point, that is at operating point VCE Q is equal to VCC minus IC RC plus RE minus of VEE, so we have 7.14. so direct substitution, if you understand this, this is a emitter bias circuit. So to conclude, it is a dual power supply, and the base resistor is connected to the ground. That is very important one in emitter biases, that is self biasing. Advantages is the again it gives a stable against the changes in the gain values. Disadvantage, it requires a dual power supply, that is a one minor disadvantage. Applications, again it is also used for the linear applications, linear amplifiers.